Good morning, everybody. It's Mr. Eckrich here, ready to do a little review. I know I don't normally do videos on Fridays, but I wanted to go over the pages from yesterday, and I also want to give a few shout outs of names. And we are going to do videos next week. We're going to make sure we finish up the things that we need to finish up. And I know you're probably getting tired of school, but hey, stick with me a few more days. That's all I'm asking. All right, we're going to start on 486. We're going to start with number 1. A dog eats a half a cup of dog food per meal. How many meals are in a 6-cup bag of dog food? We're not going to talk about how that's probably the world's smallest bag of dog food, but we are going to do 6 divided by 1/2. Now you could draw this out. All right. And you could break up each one into a half. And you would count 2. Break that up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there'd be 12 meals in this bag. You could have also did it 6 over 1 times, still do the reciprocal, 2 over 1. We get 12 over 1, which is 12, of course. Number 2. Nora has 9 yards of ribbon. She needs 1/5 of a yard of ribbon to make 1 bow. How many bows can Nora make? So she has her 9 yards of ribbon. We're going to divide by 1/5. Draw out your 9 yards of ribbon. Break them into groups of 5. All right. Put 9 over 1. Multiplication sign. Reciprocal. And we get 45 over 1, which is 45 bows. But again, though, guys, if you would have just drawn that out and broken it, you could have solved it and actually visually seen, just like I did this one up here, what was going on. 4 friends equally share 1/3 of a pan of brownies. Ooh, I like this one. How much of the whole pan of brownies does each friend get? So the problem is, I like brownies. So our equation here is 1/3 divided by 4. But what we're doing, we're going to draw this out. Yeah, we're not taking that middle piece. It looks really like we get cheated down here. We'll take this piece. This looks solid. We're going to break it up between 4 friends. All right, which one should I take? Ooh, that's the one I'm going to take right there. All right, so we have 4 here. That means we're going to have 4 here. You know what? Oh man, I almost messed up. I was moving too quick. And now I had to rely on you guys to tell me. Let's redo this problem. And I have no shame in redoing stuff. No teacher should ever have shame in redoing a problem. We need to break this into a group to thirds, because what they're doing is it's 4 friends, right? And they're sharing 1/3 of a pan of brownies. So our equation is going to be that 1/3 divided by 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this up for our 4 friends. Again, we're going to take that piece. So if there's 4 here, there's 4 here, there's 4 here. So how much did they eat of the whole pan? That's like the key to that question. It's not how much did they eat of just the 1/3 that was left, but how much did they eat of the whole pan? So they ate 1/12. Okay. Man, I'm glad I caught that. Number 4. Barton has 6 yards of fabric, which he wants to use to make curtains. Each curtain will be 3/4 of a yard long. So he has the 6 yards of fabric, and he wants to break them up into groups of 3/4, right? So you could draw out your 6 yards of fabric, right? But let's go ahead and do this one a little bit differently. Let's go ahead and put 6 over 1. We're going to multiply and we're going to the reciprocal here. So when we do that, we're not going to get 24 over 1. We're going to get 24 over 3, which then makes it 8. So I'm getting 8 curtains. He's going to have enough fabric to make 8 curtains. All right. So if we would have drawn this out, just curiosity has me now. Here's our fabric. All right. We'll do a couple down here. How do we draw a 3/4? Well, I guess what you would do is you would make it into 4s. Let's do that a little bit nicer. I know, you never see Bob Ross mess up on drawing, do you? And this is how much he has to use right here, the 3/4. But he has this left over. So we're getting 1 curtain out of here, 1 out of here. So that's 1 so far, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Which just brings us up to just 6. However, what do we have left over here? We have a 4th left over here, a 4th left over here, and a 4th left over here. Those 3/4 together make it another curtain. And the same thing with here. So that's how we're end up 8. So those of you who drew this out, great job, because you do some extra thinking on that. All right, we're going to go over page 487. A couple problems on 487. Let's start with number 1. So we have 8 times 1/100th equals what? So 8 times this equals what? Well, if it's 8 times 1/100th, it's going to be 8 hundredths, right? Okay. Number 2, 8 times 1/10 equals 8 tenths. 3, 8 times 1 is 8. And the next one is 8 times 10 equals 80. And 8 times 100 equals 800. And what you should be noticing is that it keeps going up by a multiple of 10, right? 10, multiply that by 10, you get here. Multiply that by 10, you get this. Multiply it by 10, multiply it by 10. And that's really what those pages are showing you. Our first name is Henry J. Henry J. is our first name. And on page 488, bills or coins. So if you have $600 bills, you have, of course, $600, right? And then 18 times 100, you could do that trick with the zeros, and you could do 1 times 18 is 18. 2 zeros was 1,800. And then, of course, you would do 125 times 100. And again, the best thing to do is that trick with the zeros. So we get 125, and then there's 2 zeros, right? Because we did 1 times 125. So we got 12,500. And $10 bills are going to be easy. $1 bills, of course, are going to be easy. But when we get down to like something like dimes, so if we had 6 dimes, right? Or excuse me, dimes would be what? It'd be 60 cents, right? But what happens if you had 18 dimes? Right? You would have $1.80. How do I know that? Well, it would probably come up as in this, which is 1 8/10. But if we were talking about money, it'd be $1.80. And on 125, let's squeeze it in up here, times 1 dime, right? You get 125 dimes. You would have, how much money do you think? Well, if there's 10 dimes and a dollar and you have 125 of them, you would have $12.50 in money. All right, guys, the other name is Henry S. So give me both names, and thanks for watching this video. There's no pages for today, so just kick back, relax, catch up on your work. Talk to you later.